Today my adventure begins right here at the Carolina Beach Lake in front of the United States of America flag as it's standing tall and proud, flapping in the wind because it is going to be a windy one today. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I really do appreciate it. Fresh back from Florida, Central Florida. Feeling energized to be back in North Carolina. What can I say, man? I had an awesome trip. Awesome trip to Central Florida. Got to see a lot of good stuff. Film some videos. Do one little day of Epcot where I got rained on. Glad I vlogged that day. I think that is my first official Disney World vlog. During a rainstorm like that. It wasn't terrible, but it was raining enough to put on a poncho. And I have to be really, really careful because, I have a camera that's not waterproof. So all in all, that was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed my dessert in that. And the reason I'm talking about that right now, because it's the most recent video that I shot. So it was a good time. I really appreciate everyone who takes their time and even watches the non-Carolina Beach stuff, man. I really appreciate it because for me, it's just fun. It's just something to do while I'm out on vacation with my family. I don't make a whole lot of Disney stuff when I'm down there because I like to take that time to just kind of spend with my family. It's kind of our time together. I've kind of changed that recipe over the last year or so. When I go down there, I don't film a whole lot. I rather film stuff off the beaten path. I love to go to like Central Florida towns and do stuff like that, abandoned places, which I'm a big fan of, as long as it's fairly safe. Try to be really careful because a lot of time abandoned places I'm kind of, by myself. Don't have anybody really with me. That's definitely one thing I will not allow my wife to come with me. I do not like her being with me when I do abandoned stuff. But all in all, had a great time. But it's good to be back here in Carolina Beach, and tonight we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to go downtown. Maybe we might see fireworks tonight. We might not. It is pretty breezy today, so I don't know if they will fire them off with a whole lot of wind. So it's been several years since I've come down here and actually watched the fireworks, so this is something I've not done in quite some time. So we'll see what happens tonight as we move forward. But we're still going to go down to the boardwalk and kind of walk around town and kind of feel the vibe. I mean, we're here in the middle of summer now, really getting down in the nooks and crannies of summer. Next thing you know, it's going to be Labor Day and it's all going to be over. So I'm going to take advantage of every moment that I can. I'm inviting you to come along with me tonight as we kind of peekaboo around town and see what's happening, see how many folks are out. Speaking of folks being out tonight, Squiggly Shops right here, the ice cream and treats at Squiggly's, is doing one heck of a good business. That place is packed, man. There are people waiting outside the door just to get in. Boy, they want that squiggly ice cream because they want to get squiggled. All right, I made my way over here to Charlotte Avenue now. Right here is Kate's Pancake House. And I got to say, I love the wall mural right here of the Venus flytraps on her business, the wall. Really, really cool. But something I want to kind of show you is this old building right here, which it used to have like a lobster painted on the roof, like right up on those shingles. This here was the old deck house back in the day, and it just kind of abruptly shut down, man. Maybe like in 2022, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I think this place just kind of shut down right in the middle of the year. And nothing's really never happened to it. I think right now it's some kind of wedding venue. But this place right here, I used to always really hear great things about the food. People really loved the food there. And it's just so weird to have a place that was, people enjoyed eating at. And it's legendary, like how good their steak was there. I've always heard good things about their steak, even though they had seafood and stuff like that. And then it just never reopened. Nobody even talks about it anymore. Just wanted to kind of put that out there to see does anybody have any news on like whatever happened to the deck house. It was such a beloved place, I thought. I think it's safe to say something's going on tonight because they actually have shut down this side of Cape Fear Boulevard going toward the boardwalk. So maybe that means that the fireworks are going to happen tonight. Maybe the wind ain't a big deal. We're going to find out, ain't we? You dang right we are. And I'm telling you, there is a passel of people out here at Carolina Beach tonight. Look at all these folks. A little bit of live music happening. This is awesome. I've not come down here in a long time to witness this.
We made love in our saddle of my horse, and I ride into the city. I'd make a lot of noise, call the girl and you're so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old Sunday floor, and the girl say,
dang, man, there is a ton of people down here tonight. Oh my goodness. It is like maddening crazy. I'm gonna walk up here on the boardwalk now and kind of look at the crowd level up there, and then I'm gonna make my way over by Britt's Donuts. All right, so the boardwalk is closed for this special event, so they've got the whole thing shut down. It shows you how long it's been since I've been up here. I forgot that they actually shut down the boardwalk at night during the fireworks display, which makes totally sense because they shoot them off right here on the beach, right in front of the boardwalk, so that way there's no ambers or anything like that that can kind of fall down and possibly injure someone. Okay, I made my way out here to the beach itself. As you can see, it looks like they might have had a wedding this evening, but they haven't quite removed everything at the moment. And then right over here, they have this area roped off as you have personnel for the fireworks. It's going to be letting loose of the firework extravaganza here at the boardwalk when it becomes a little bit more dark. And then you can see people kind of congregating out here on the beach, getting ready for the big show. And the Sea Dragon is a swinging tonight. Look at that. All right, I made my way over here kind of close to Britt's Donuts, but holy smokes, that is a lot of people. Look down in there. That is what we call the belly of the beast. There is a crowd gathered right there at Britt's Donuts tonight. Yeah, I made my way right here on the boardwalk, right in front of the Hampton Inn and Suites. We're gonna see if I can see some good fireworks right here from this position, because it is absolutely crazy how many people on this end compared to the far end of the boardwalk. I mean, when I pan around, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but man, that is a lot of people out there on the beach, all the way down through there. About as far as I can see is bodies and heads and cell phones glowing. That was awesome. Oh my God, I ain't done that in years. That was so much fun. Now the crowds are dispersing from the beach. Everybody's time to head back to their hotels now, or they're going to go to the bars. So right here on my right side, all these people, that is the line for Britt's Donuts. It is still going. And it's still going. We're going to walk all the way to the very end of it, where I can show you the last person in line right now. Right there. Right there is the last person. You just see her look back. She see me videoing, but yeah, that's the last person. And I think it's like 3 or 4 wide. I don't know how they're doing it tonight. It's pandemonium just to get a donut. I stand corrected. People do ride the spooky Donald Duck ride right behind me. It happens. I was wrong. Tell you, these people right over here, they have some of the best seats in the house. Right up there. They got their nice little apartment, man. They're sitting out there on their patio, just kicking back, watching the liveliness and the comfort of their own home. All right, I made my way back down here to the Carolina Beach Lake. And normally this is the part of the vlog where we kind of wrap things up and end the video. But I think today it's time for the video to go a little bit longer. I've been out of town for a while. I think we need to make our way down to the Kure Beach fishing pier because Carolina Beach was packed. I'm gonna go down to the fishing pier now, walk out to the end of the pier, and just say hello to the Misfit sign. That I'm not a part of the Misfit Club. Don't really know what that sign is all about, but I kind of like it. You know, I was a bit of a misfit at times, you know, my early years. So I can definitely understand the word misfit. But let's go ahead and make our way down there, and then we'll wrap the vlog up. That's the way we're going to do it tonight. Come on, just a little bit longer. It'll be okay. You're with Hitch and Yeti. It'll be okay. They can wait a little bit longer. We're going to keep the vlog going just a little bit longer today. Let's go. I've made my way down here to Kure Beach now. And it's fair to say that there's not a lot of people down here tonight. I mean, look at all the parking places right here on their little boardwalk area. Not a lot going on at all. But that still doesn't mean that yours truly is not about to walk out that fishing pier. Oh yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, so here at the Kure Beach Pier, we are catching whiting, croaker, bluefish, and the water temp is 78 degrees. You know, I was sitting there looking at the fishing pier, the information about what fish is biting. When I seen that water temp and it said 78 degrees, I totally believe that. Because I'm going to tell you something, even though I've not been, I didn't really get into the water this morning. I just kind of waded in the water with me and my wife and my little niece. We just kind of waded out there and took it easy in the ocean. But I was still thinking to myself, man, to be July, that is still pretty daggone cold. And a few weeks ago when I was really out there a lot, riding waves, having a good time on my board, and the whole time I was out there, I've been out there like 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm like, man, it's still cold out here. The sun's hot, but it's still pretty daggone chilly. But man, look at all those people out there with their flashlights. Wonder what they're up to. Funny little thing, when I see those flashlights, I have a little memory that pops in my head. And that is, back in the day, I used to like, when I was a kid anyway, and we did it more when I was staying with my dad over at Yopon Beach than really with my mom or something like over here. Me and my buddies would get on our bicycles, and we was only maybe about 2 blocks from the actual beach. Over on Sherrill Avenue. I think it was called Sherrill Avenue is where we used to stay at. And we would go down there at night with our flashlights, and we would find this like hay or grass, something that was kind of long, and go along the sand dunes and look for holes. And when you would find a hole, you would stick your straw or some kind of grass blade, a long one, down in the hole and just put your flashlight on the hole. And sure enough, this little crab, he would come. You know, there were sideways walkers, right? So he would like come out with his eyeballs and he'd look at you, and then he'd like freak out and take off across the sand. And I remember that thing would like, he wasn't trying to hurt nobody, but he would like hit your foot, and we'd be out there jumping and skipping around and everything, laughing. And if you would have been looking out there at the beach, you would see our flashlights like frailing around, like what the heck are they doing out there? And that's what we was doing. We was just playing with the crabs, having a little bit of fun with them, and that's it. We never caught them. We never put them in a bucket. I know some people do that, but are used to. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that type of stuff no more. But all in all, that's just a little memory I have that I just wanted to share with you. I don't know if you guys ever tried that before when y'all come to the beach, or you ever even notice those little holes right up against the sand dune, the little small holes. If you go look at them, you'll know the ones I'm talking about, because you'll see a little bit of the sand piled up around them or loose, and that's where the crab had been digging down in his little hole to get nestled down in there for the night. My goodness, there is a lot of people out here fishing tonight. Holy smokes. I mean, I bet half this pier is full of people. Not like they're shoulder to shoulder or anything like in October or anything like that, but it's still quite a few folks out here fishing. It feels good. I mean, me really, I thought soon to go fishing this time of day than during the day when it's like your skin's melting. This is always one of our favorite times. Matter of fact, last time I went night fishing was right here on this pier. I caught a shark right over here on the right hand side, not purposely, but more accidentally. Kind of a funny story also, because it was time for us to go that night, and I just happened to reel up and I thought I'm hung, and nope, I wasn't hung. It was actually a shark that we drug up right here where these people were setting, and it was about 4 foot sand shark, so kind of exciting. That's kind of a sad trombone type of a moment. Make it all the way down here at the end. There is no illumination on the home of the Misfits. I don't know if you can even see it. I'll zoom in. You can make it out a little bit there, but I did make it down here to the end, to the home of the Misfits. Very fitting way to end the vlog tonight, because it was definitely a misfit type of a vlog. It was just all over the place. All right, my friends, I think that is going to pretty much do it for me today. Took a little walk out the Kure Beach fishing pier. Ran into a buddy out there. Really good to finally get to meet him after so many years of keeping up with each other on YouTube. Really awesome. Hopefully we can get together at some point in the future. Do a little something, even if it ain't, nothing more than just riding some electric scooters or bicycles around the island. That'd be kind of fun. So that being said, friends, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe, and I hope to see you all again soon.